Hello, this is Andrew from the OtakuSpirit.com website and the Otaku Spirit Anime Cast, and today I have a pretty big unboxing here of items I got from the Sentai Filmworks sale for the holiday 2019. This is going to be quite a bit of an unboxing video. This is going to be, I guess I give my hats off to Sentai Filmworks. I know one of the other recordings that I did, I was like, well, they're kind of late on this whole thing, so I guess save the best for last, I guess, coming into the holiday sales, because they had quite a sale that I fully indulged in, and thus have accumulated quite a bit here for. But after seeing the initial Black Friday sales that Right Stuf had, I'm guessing this is probably going to be the most of it. I do have a few items coming in from the Right Stuf sale. I'm going to get started while I'm talking here. This is actually not part of the holiday sale. This was just a release that they finally got out for, was it 11 Arts, I think? Shout Studio and 11 Arts for Millennium Actress Blu-ray. I was really excited when I seen this pop up for sale, because I've been wanting to watch this for a long time. I do love Satoshi Kon's work. So, when I seen it pop up that they were doing a Blu-ray release of it, I was like, yes, please. Because I've been holding off for quite a while, because I think all I had was a DVD release of it, and I wanted it in its full glory. So yeah, this was quite a steal to grab, and I am glad I did, because I've been wanting to watch this for a long time. I've watched Paranoia Agent and Perfect Blue, but not Millennium Actress, and I know this is one of his best ones. So there's the inside, some cool art in the back here. Curious if it'll be kind of reminiscence of Perfect Blue, because they do both have actresses. So I don't know. We will see. But yeah, super excited about that one. It did come with an actual poster / cell kind of thing, but it's basically of this. So I'm not sure if I will frame it or like anything else. Don't have room for it, so I'll just let it sit in the closet somewhere. All right, so let's get started on the Sentai Filmworks sale here. Like I said, they probably had the best pricing and stuff for the year, and so I indulged. But yeah, kick things off with a bang here. We have, I think all this stuff is pretty much stuff that I really, really enjoyed. I didn't really grab much this year just because it was cheap. I did that several years ago. That's why I have some really huge unboxing videos for holidays. But here recently, I'm starting to run out of space, so I'm kind of being more selective of what I buy. And I might even do here soon, just selling some stuff that like I said, I bought because they were like $5 or something like that, and I really don't care too much about them, so I want to kind of replace them with better stuff. But yes, that's Made in Abyss, Disc 1 and 2. Really amazing series. If you have not watched it yet, it was pretty much deemed as being one of the best shows of the year when it came out, and I cannot wait for Season 2. So another one here, Mitsuboshi Colors. This would be a comedy, cute girls doing cute thing kind of thing. But it's just a kind of like Nanambiori. It's just got some little kids in a city that just find fun in wherever they can find it, and they're absolutely adorable. So it was a really funny series to run through. Do discs? I love them to death. They're way too cute. And then we have Scum's Wish. Now, Scum's Wish I have a love and a hate for, mainly because it was beautifully directed. Great job directing it. I wasn't a huge fan of the manga paneling they did for certain shots to show emotion. I know it was a directive choice, like artistic choice, but I wasn't really too thrilled with it. But outside of that, it was a gorgeous show and a really awesome story for the first half. So it's one of those ones where I love it for its first half and the emotion they portrayed and the art style, but it did kind of drop off. It had this other half of the story that was really following this one teacher, and I really didn't care much for it, so it kind of lost its steam. But that doesn't take credit from the rest of it, which was really cool. So this one is 1 Week's Friends, which is another series I would suggest people watch. It was a cute little slice of life with a little twist to it. It was just that, I mean, based on the title, 1 Week Friends, this girl in the show, she loses her memory every week. So it's kind of like this guy trying to make friends with her and, introduce her to other people because she's always distanced from people because of that fact. So it was really, really cute. The main guy kind of made me hate him at some point, but it was still a solid series. Let's see here. I'm going to do these in order. Now, this is this is one I've been putting off buying for a long time. I did really like the first season of Prisma Illya. But as it kind of goes on, it kind of turns less about a cool take on the Fate mechanics and more just about looting these girls, which is, I don't really much care for, but I decided to go ahead and pick it up now just because I do still like it as a Fate franchise, even if I don't really care much for the looting the lolly thing. So I don't know. I might regret it later, but I did pick it up. So I do like the characters. I like the weird magical girl take on the servants and stuff like that. But it's just all the other stuff that I kind of go, I think they are technically young. Come on, people. So that's 2A Hirsch too. I am kind of curious, since it's been so long, if they'll even release the other ones, because this has been out for quite a while. So we should see. Next we have is Land of Lustrous. Land of Lustrous is an amazing series. If you have not watched it, go watch it. It kind of had a really interesting, creation, and the idea that it was done by a studio that worked on the actual materials for the show long before it even came out. Usually when we have these shows in a season, it's kind of fabricated and created week by week as it's kind of airing. But this one was kind of worked on well before it, because they had to kind of master this artwork of these gems and stuff. And it's all CGI, but it's just done beautifully because they put so much effort into these characters' hair, which is kind of a symbolicism of their actual gem that they are incarnated of. And it turns into a really cool story. So if you have not watched that one, definitely watch it. I was really tempted to get the Steelbook edition because it looked gorgeous, which Sentai Filmworks seems to be doing for everything now, is these Steelbook editions. Because I do like Steelbooks, but they were very, very, very costly. And it's like, I don't want to pay $70, $80 just for a still case, which is pretty much all I'm doing. So, Hakume Tomikochi, or Hakume and Mikochi. This is a really kind of a surprise series when it came out, because when I first started watching it, it didn't look that great. I liked the art style, but it wasn't really moving well. And as they kind of went through the series, it seemed like they got a handle on the artwork, and it started looking more and more gorgeous. And it's a really cool little fantasy setting. It's basically like Keebler Elves, the anime. So, really cool little slice of life fantasy show. And then finally, for the normals, I have Just Because. This feels really heavy, so I don't know if this is going to have a lot of discs, or if there's something going to be in here. Yeah, it looks like there's something in there. That's surprising. A little surprise. But yeah, this is Just Because. It's was a kind of a surprise slice of life for the season. I wasn't. I wanted to expect something of it because it was an original, but I wasn't really expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. It's a slice of life, so it's just kind of like this little segment of these kids' lives as they kind of are moving into, what they're going to do for career paths, where they're going to go for college and stuff. This is the booklet that came in it, which is, like I said, a surprise to have in here. It's like little comic strips. That's pretty much what it looks like. It's just a bunch of comic strips. So I'll have to check that out later. But I tell people it's kind of similar to another show, and I guess if I said what it is, it would kind of give it away. Another show where they kind of focus too much on one thing, and at the very end they kind of flip it and go, oh no, this is the decision, and that kind of annoys me. But it was still a solid series nonetheless, so I did really enjoy it. All right, moving on to the big stuff we have here is I didn't think I'd actually ever buy this, but here I am. This is Chivalry of a Fell Knight, limited edition. And I wasn't really sure if I was going to buy it just because I did really enjoy it. This was actually came out the same time Asterisk War did. And there was a lot of jokey posts on it at the same time. I mean, I even made my comparisons. A lot of joke posts at the time that were saying that these two were just carbon copies of each other. But for those that, didn't actually stick with it long enough, they wouldn't know that, well, after the first few episodes, they kind of deviated from each other. So I do agree that they were similar, but over time they deviated. But the thing is that, and we said this in our review and stuff, is like, this is the one that actually turned out to be the better show. And it sucks because everybody was focused on Asterisk War for some reason. It was kind of a thing. If you wanted to make a lot of hits on YouTube at the time, if you wanted to get a lot of followers and stuff, it was just to make videos hating on the show. It's kind of similar to Sword Art Online. If you want to make a lot of following on YouTube, you make hate videos on Sword Art Online. It's really not to blame them. It's just how it is. So. But anyways, what was sad is that Asterisk War got several seasons. That's probably why people kept their focus on it. But this one did not, which is really sad because it was a really good show. Really did enjoy it. Great animation, which is surprising for this genre. So, magic school kind of stuff. Don't typically get high budgets. So, wow, this might be not safe for YouTube here in a second. But, yeah, we got some 2 pins of the main characters, which is cool. They look really nice. I got a badge. And then let's see what this is. We'll just not risk that. I might have the same situation with the cards too. Let's see if I can cover them up so I can actually show them. Let's see. It's not naked, but I'm still going to cover it just to make sure. Again, nothing actually is showing, but just not to risk things, I'm going to cover things up for the sake of YouTube. Innuendos, she's not necessarily naked, and she's not actually covered with bad stuff. Just, that's ecchi for you, so, again, if you want these, you want to see them, you can probably go out and buy it. Hey, that one's actually, that's actually not lewd. So yeah, that's there you go. So let's get this stuff out of the way and move on here. We have, let's see here. We'll start with Blu-ray. So we have the Blu-ray discs here. Big DVD boxes here. I guess just to make the box even bigger than it should be. That's alright. We have the DVDs. More pretty close nudity here, but not too bad. And then one extra one, I'm assuming, is the soundtrack. So, yeah, original soundtrack. Lots of cuteness, lots of lewdness. And finally, I got the Tale of the Worst One booklet, which, for those who don't know, that's the kind of the name of the main character is the worst one. And I'm assuming this is, it's like storyboards, some artwork, storyboards, character profiles, and artwork. And then it looked like a chapter breakdown. I'm assuming probably some interviews in here as well. Let's see. Episodes, character bios, glossary, effect design, storyboards. Looks like some interviews, storyboards, concept art. Yeah, so really cool. Very nice hardbound booklet there with a gloss on it. So let's put these in here and move on. All right. And next we have here is, this is going to be a little bit of rant, but so let's start with this one. Let's start with this one. So this is the limited edition for Chihayafuru, which was good on sale pretty well. So I'm like, cool. This is a recent one that they did a Blu-ray limited edition release of it. So I was really interested in it because I have not watched it yet, but I've heard a lot of great things about it. So I figured it'd be a nice way to jump in the series, is to get this series on Blu-ray and thus have no excuse not to. So let's jump into here. Nice kind of a canvas finish feel to it. It's got like a very nice soft canvas feel to it, which kind of fits the art style of it. So that's great. Really good condition. And let's open this up. So we got I'm guessing this is goodies. We'll get that out of the way. This is a filler, which will come into play here in a minute. And then we got the DVD. All right. And then the Blu-rays. Oh, hi. Let's, yeah, it's kind of broken here, but, oh well, nobody cares about DVDs. So I'm going to try to hold these up without it falling apart. So the DVDs, yeah, this is not going to stay together. The bridge down here kind of broke. So that's that. And then finally we have the goodies box, which has, from what I understand, some cards from the show. So it is a anime about a particular card game where they have poem segments on cards, and the characters have to, as the announcer is telling them the poem, they have to hit the cards for them. So it's like just a crappy booklet with some episode breakdowns. Not that impressive. And then we have, looks like a layout of all the different poems, which I guess if you're getting really into the show, you might really like that. So that's cool. And then we have the cards themselves. I'm not really going to open this up just because they're just segments of each of the poems that they use in the game. And then finally some art cards, which are pretty thick, but there's only 2 of them. Whoop-de-doo. It's kind of sad, but... And then finally we have kind of some individual information cards for characters, or I guess in opponents. I guess just characters. So if you want to learn more about the characters, you can look at their individual cards for some reason. I don't know why they just make this part of the book, but there you go. So, all right, that is it for the extras and stuff. So let's get on to the rant part, I guess. Now this is kind of the elephant in the room, I guess, for all these things. This kind of upsets me, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people that's already made videos on this, so you can probably find plenty of other people yelling about this. Actually, I was looking on video online, I couldn't only find one person's video, and I completely agree with her, and I'm sorry I don't recall her name right now that I can give her a shout out. But this is actually labeled as a limited edition. This is labeled as a limited edition. Now, and wouldn't bother me so much, because the concept is that you're going to put these into this case. Whoop-de-doo. I just release these separate is my thing. But this is listed as a limited edition. I hate to think of what people paid for this when it first came out, because it was labeled as such. I mean, I think the retail price they had on it was like over $100. Over $100 for this, which is absolutely outrageous. This should never have been labeled as a limited edition. It should never have been sold as a limited edition. It should have just been part 2. Stick this with this. And that's what kind of sucks about it. I'm sure people bought this so that would fit in there, because a normal release is not going to fit in here. Or I guess not fit right. It does come with another booklet here with some information, some pictures, some sketches, which is cool because this actually seems to be a better book than the one that was in the original one. A keychain, and then just the Blu-ray and DVDs. That's not really much of a limited edition, come on. But anyways, that aside, we do have the Blu-rays here. Nice art cart in the background. Artwork, whatever. And let's go ahead and stick this in here. And then the DVDs. So it's cool to get this all in one set. That way you're able to put, complete the actual full limited edition box. It's just either sell them together or don't mark it as limited edition. I'm certain the stuff's going to fit in there somehow together. I mean, that doesn't even actually fit without an extra thing here. I don't know if there's a movie. I don't think there's a movie. So there you go. That's Chihayafuru Part 1 and 2 limited editions. Rant over, I guess. So, and finally, the last one. This is kind of funny because this is one of those ones that it's been on sale a few times. It is for Gate, the the Special Forces came from there or something like that. I forget the whole title. But Gate, limited edition. And I've been eyeballing it for a long time. I love Gate, but I wasn't really wanting this huge thing on my shelf. But then it kind of came down to being just as cheap as a regular edition. So I'm like, well, not as cheap, but pretty darn close. So I had to contact them and tell them, oops, I'm actually already buying the limited edition. Can you guys cancel the regular edition off my order? So the cool thing here is it's supposed to be, of course, a ammunition case. So it's got like this kind of cool little texture they brought out here. And it's the shape of an actual ammunition case. And you can just slide it up like this. And it has a fake hinge to kind of give it the feel of being an ammo case. So let's take all these out and show you everything that's inside of it. Oh, that's a little heavy. So one of the more interesting limited editions, but at the same time, like I said, just a little bit too big, in my opinion. So we have inside, we have the Blu-ray. Shows all the episodes. And this, of course, is both cores of the actual show. So episode 1 through 9, 10 through 18, and then 19 through 20. So it does come with both seasons that they did. And unfortunately, all they're probably ever going to do. Because that's how it works in anime, is you buy into this stuff, and then you never get the conclusions because they don't want to finish it. Because that's all they're doing is just advertising the books. So really expensive advertisement that I'm buying for a book. Let's do this real quick here. We have a hardbound book, really nice quality. Really heavy quality here. So, and this comes with, let's see here. And it's funny that I always flip this through this like it's going to be something Japanese, so I'm going to get the back end of it first. But it also works that I'm on the left side of the camera. Looks like episode breakdowns, some artwork and information for certain characters, which is great. There's a lot of characters in the show, so that's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure other stuff like interviews as usual, so that's always cool insights. Looks like episode breakdown, character introduction, story settings, military glossary, and that's it. So cool stuff there. Really nice quality, and it'd be nice to look through for some extra information. Let's see here. In the extras book box thingamajigger, we have a badge. I never get the badge thing, but I guess it's cool for cosplay. I'm assuming a flag of some sort. It's probably going to be a pain to put back in here, but let's do it. All right. Yes, it looks like a flag. Interesting. Very, very interesting, a flag. So, put that in the corner. And then we have some art cards here, which is I always kind of like the art cards. I either like art cards, if you want best Andrew decision on limited editions, it's art cards or art books, especially. I like art books. Because it kind of keeps it together, and I'm able to kind of take it off my shelf, open it up, grab the art book, and look through them and kind of relive segments of the show, which is always cool. So this looks like a lot of artwork for maybe the Blu-ray releases over in Japan, or just key arts. So cool stuff. This is a mess over here on the left side. You guys can't see. All right, and the last thing I have here is the Rory Mercury 1-to-1 scale. Just joking. Replica axe for Rory Mercury, which I technically already have one of these because I have the figure of Rory Mercury, but this is actually heavy. This is really heavy. This is like full metal, full metal, steel, or whatever you want to call it, replica of her axe, which is, I mean, now that I look at it, it's pretty awesome, because when I kind of seen this in the things for it, I'm like, I don't want to stick an axe, but that's actually really cool. So really good quality, great job painting it and stuff like that. So cool little addition for my collection. But that's it. This has been a long video. Hope you guys enjoyed this run through of this unboxing of my third holiday sale 2019 anime unboxing. But yeah, I have so far technically one more unboxing that I'll be doing for the year unless some cool sale pops up from Right Stuff. Like I said, I was a little bit underwhelmed by what they had currently. I am looking at a couple of them, but it's kind of one of those Aniplex release stuff, so I still have to debate it. But hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Again, we're at otakuspirit.com, and we also have the Otaku Spirit Anime Cast. I thank you all for watching. I hope you all take care.